Hi everybody, I'm Mercury by the way, and I'm making this video because I am in fact demotivated and tired. So music is the type of thing that I never want to force myself to do because I'm terrified of getting burnt out. Like, I hate making myself do the things I love to do. It's just not the way I like to operate. Um, so I'm going to tell you some of the things that I do when I feel demotivated or like I'm getting burned out. Because honestly, it's all about perspective and what you want to accomplish. First thing that I do when I don't feel like practicing or when I just don't feel like doing anything at all is I'll watch a tutorial or a live show or just anything that has to do with music, because always whenever I watch something, watching someone else having fun, like playing music, it always makes me want to do it, and that'll get me immediately more motivated, even if it's just like enough for a 10-minute practice session or whatever. Like, it just helps a lot to it's monkey see, monkey do. Like, humans want to copy things we see other people doing, especially if other people are having a positive experience with it. So that's normally my first go-to thing, and if that doesn't get me out of a slump, then I move on to making a list. I like to make lists of the things that I love about the instrument that I'm playing or that I want to play, and also make lists of the things I want to learn. So if there's been like a song that you wanted to learn or anything for quite a while, you just put it on the list. That way when you do feel like practicing, you know where to start, and it's not a question of, oh, but what should I do for my practice? And if you already have like a practice routine, then that might not mean so much, but I'm very sporadic. So having like a plan of what I have to do and not having to figure out and spend the mental energy figuring out what I'm going to do for that day really helps to just have something already set in motion. And I'm so sorry for the ring light in my glasses. That's probably so annoying. The third thing is kind of goes along with the second thing, but that is set goals, but not things that you feel obligated to do. Like, don't try to force yourself to practice scales for 20 minutes or whatever. Like, that's not going to help you feel more motivated. Set goals of the things that you really want to learn. Like, if there's a riff that you wanted to learn forever, or just like if there's some place you wanted to go to, like, that has to do with music or that has to do with like getting inspiration, make that one of your goals, because you actually want to do those things, and it's going to be a lot easier to do them if they're personalized to you and not just what all the other voices in your head are telling you that you need to be doing or that you should be doing. That's really not who it's for. Like, you're not practicing the voices in your head, you're practicing for you, hopefully. So that's one of the things that I find helps me a lot, is if I have goals and like can see myself accomplishing things quickly, like not huge goals, but just little goals. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is one of the biggest ones for me. You can always work on the technical aspects of your instruments. Like, change your view of productive. Productive doesn't have to be like writing a song or playing the most complicated piece. Productive can be tuning all your instruments. Literally, when I feel demotivated, I go around and I tune every single one of my guitars because it just makes me feel better. And then when I practice, I don't have to tune my guitar first because it's already been done. And it still might need tuned by the time I get back around to it, but it still just makes me feel better to know that it's ready to pick up and play whenever I want. But honestly, I just don't think that productive has to be the biggest thing or like the greatest achievement in the whole world to have accomplished something. Like, little things matter. Little things matter. Number 5 is surround yourself with passionate people. The people you hang around are so influential in the things that you want to do and the things that like you are doing in your life, this works for like just anything. If you want to accomplish something, surround yourself with the people who also want to accomplish that thing. So this can mean like calling up some of your friends and having just a jam session, or just asking someone a suggestion for what you should learn next, or just anything to help you feel like you're not an outlier for like doing the things that you're doing. And also, like, this kind of, what's the word? I don't remember the word, but it's like the opposite of what I just said. It's, don't compare your progress to someone else's progress. Like I heard someone say once that comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're having fun doing the things that you're doing, then you don't need to be as good as anybody else. Like you just need to be as good as you are, and hopefully be better than you used to be. That's the only goal in all of it. So surround yourself with passionate people, but don't compare yourself to those people, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I still can't think of that. Contradiction! It's called a contradiction. Yeah, that's number 5. Number 6, make a playlist of songs that you want to learn or that sound really fun to play. This kind of goes with number 2, but honestly, just being able to hear, like, having an audible aspect really helps me to, like, figure out, oh, that strumming pattern sounds awesome, or like that, I really like that melody and I want to learn to do that, or whatever. It just helps to have like a like an actual thing that you can like refer to, I guess. So it's just cool to have like a list of things, or like a playlist that you can listen to and say, oh, that sounds really fun, I want to do that today. And if you don't if you don't learn a song in a day, that's fine. You tried. That's the whole point, is you picked up your guitar today, and that is worth something. Number 7 is, it's okay to take a break, but don't make it a cycle. So if you need to take 1 or 2 days off, that's fine, totally fine. If that will get you refreshed, then that's great, and you should do that. However, don't get to the point where it's the longer you wait to practice, the less you want to practice. Because at that point, you're learning how to be okay with you not doing it. So if it gets to the point where you're starting to be okay with not doing the thing, then that's when you've been taking a break for too long. So take a break, but don't take so long of a break that it becomes you just giving up. Number 8 is play different instruments. And not necessarily different, like if you play the piano, you should try the ukulele. But like, if you play the ukulele, try all the different kinds of ukulele that you can. You can try like concert ukulele, baritone ukulele, like you just try the other variants of the instrument that you can already play. So for me, if sometimes I just want to like go to a music store and try out all of the different instruments that they have there. I'll just like try every guitar or every piano or whatever. I'll just try every single instrument because it gets me more excited. Like it's no commitment to do that. It gets you in a different space. It gets you like change the scenery and stuff. And there's no commitment to picking up a random guitar and playing it. I get so excited when I see instruments at like thrift stores or whatever, just because I have to play them. Because they're new and they're interesting, and I want to see how they sound. And that's one of the things I do when I'm like less excited to play the instruments that I have, which, I love all of them, but if I don't feel like a commitment in that day, I'll just go around and try a whole bunch of different things. And that helps to like just get me back because normally I can't find anything that I like better than the instruments that I already have. So it makes me want to play my instruments. And that's always a good way to like convince myself and get myself really excited to play my guitar or my piano or whatever. It's weird, but it works. Number 9 is maybe not so much if you're like if you play an instrument, but more if like you're a singer. So if you don't feel like sitting down with your instrument, practicing and singing a song or whatever, just play music and sing along with the music, because you don't realize it as it's happening, but your voice will get out of practice so fast. Don't like go too long without singing just because you're not playing your instrument with it. Just playing a song and singing along with it takes so much less mental energy, and it's really like beneficial. It'll just keep you in practice. And then when you do find something you want to learn to play, you're not like, oh, I don't like it because my voice doesn't sound good right now because I haven't practiced. You just need to keep yourself like prepped to be ready to play when you're ready to play. And number 10 is for kind of like songwriting. So if you're trying to write a song, but you just feel uninspired, unmotivated all the time, my advice would be to read some poetry or to find a topic, really. Because if you don't know what you're writing about, then how can you write? So one of the things I really like to do, it's one of my favorite ways to write songs, is I'll find a piece of poetry and then I'll match a character, like a movie character, a book character, whatever, to that piece of poetry. And then I'll use it as inspiration and I'll write a song about that character. I have like 4 songs or something about characters just because that's my go-to thing whenever I don't feel motivated to write, is I take something that someone else has already written and I just put music to it, and it's easier that way to write songs. And it's some of my favorite songs that I've ever written are the songs with characters. And those are just a few of the things that I like to do whenever I'm really demotivated or when I'm feeling burnt out. It's just a good way to keep yourself ready to practice when you do want to practice. Because if you're not ready, then that's going to take all the energy you had for practicing and put it into getting ready. Whereas instead of like forcing yourself to practice, just make yourself be ready to practice. Just make yourself take the physical steps to prepare. It's okay to not feel motivated all the time. Humans aren't robots. We're not machines that can just keep going infinitely. It's just not possible. And if you want to keep a really strict practice schedule, that's cool. But I can tell you that I do not. I practice very sporadically, and a few days ago I just started playing again after not playing for like 2 weeks. So I'm not trying to be here being like, oh, I'm the perfect, musician or whatever. I practice all the time, I never take a break or whatever, because I don't. That's just not true. I struggle with demotivation all the time. But I never regret coming back to my instrument, coming back to play music. It's never something that I'll be sorry that I did. I just think that it shouldn't be something that you have to force yourself to do. So don't burn yourself out. Just try to have fun. Take some practical steps to get back to where you want to be. And yeah, I think that's all the advice I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Carmen Sophia, in a lot of ways, she's not near.